Hey y'all, APG Jamie here. And today I'm going to show you parts of a video that didn't make it into the final product because, sometimes that happens. I've been struggling for a while with trying to, I don't know, get it going, I guess. I seem to be having issues with getting it going. I'll start something, I'm pretty sure what I want to do, and then I start working on it. I know I already said start twice because I've been starting a lot, just not following through. And then there's something about it I don't like. It doesn't make me feel good, so I just shove it aside and walk away and end up doing mostly nothing, which there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, sometimes we do have to refill our well. That's not what this is about. There's some of that information in the You Need to Hear This series, which hopefully is on that side, and if not, it's over there. Any hootadoodles. This did not make it into the final project. I love this. This is what the entire project was based on. Okay. I was doing a journal, kind of a planner, for my little YouTube video work stuff that I do. And this was going to be the focal on the front of my little planner journal. Okay. It's not on there, y'all. So, but you will get to see, well, I will link to the video where we made this actual lace, what do they call it, a lace window tag? Anyway, I will do my best to link to that video, and we did stuff to this. It is not going there. You will see the project coming up. So I've got some pieces of chipboard. I think it's real chipboard, y'all. Well, I'm sure it is. And we're going to be doing some measurements because I'm cutting some strips. I need some strips that I will end up gluing together. In construction, they're called furring strips. They're just basically as a support for something else to bump stuff out to a particular level kind of thing. And we're just going to use our little cutter. Oh, I love this cutter, y'all. Just saying. Never have to change that blade unless I do something to break it. It's pretty thick, chipboard. So it's not exactly straight. As you can see, I've got it a little turned here and there. And then I've got this paper. I think it is to wrap floral bouquets in. One of my friends had that. It's been a long time, y'all. And I happened to cross it the other day, and I thought, oh, let's use that. So this is basically an undercoating paint job. So it doesn't have to be perfect. And it is a neon color. And as you can see, it goes on and the chipboard gets wet and it looks weird. And then when it dries, it lightens up. So it's kind of cool. And it gives a really lovely shade to the floral paper. I think it's, like I said, I think it's bouquet, that you wrap your bouquets of flowers in. So it is on the thinnest side and you can kind of see through it. So I have that lacy window doohickey. There's a link below, and hopefully I put it in the upper right hand corner here as well, that we made a while back. And this is the whole purpose of this journal, is to use this lacy window as a topper on it. Okay, like I said, the chipboard was already that size, so I didn't cut it down. This one I'm cutting a hole in because I want to put stuff behind our little lacy window. Okay, and yeah, we do stuff for that. And like I said in the intro part, we don't use it. It's okay. I've not told anybody what my word of the year is, but it's just, Just, the word just. I like flexible words, and just is a very flexible word. Just do it. Just relax. Just don't worry about it. You know, that kind of thing. So we're cutting it out, and I should have broke off the blade so it would have been sharper, but no. And I'm trying to cut from my drawn corner down and then turn it the other way so that you'll get, you end up theoretically getting better corners that way. Okay? I struggle with it, y'all. Like I said in the intro, I've just been starting a lot and not finishing much of nothing. And not real happy with the way I've finished some things. But anyway, y'all didn't see any of that. This is a strip of mirror from the Dollar Tree, because in my head it was going to be gorgeous. Well, I do like it. It's not that I don't like it. So what I'm doing, because my plan was to make it open, you know, with, you know, the little secret spot behind there and all. So I'm adding some magnets there just on the corners. You know, yeah. Some people just have thinking issues. I have a lot of thinking issues lately. So now we're going to glue on the black cardstock. It's just a scrap, because that's going to hold our mirror sticker stuff in place. You'll see. At some point, surely I'll show you. Well, there'll be a couple of pictures in a photo montage as well. So don't be disappointed. We don't use this. Just burnishing it down. And I've got some little tiny magnets, you know, the free ones out of my husband's medical device thingy. And we're just trimming that out. Still haven't changed that blade. I should. And I'm like, yeah, that's looking good. I'm happy with that. It's not straight, but hey, you know, it's working for me. So there's the release paper, and we're just going to stick our little mirrors. They're little tiny mirrors, square mirrors. I'm going to burnish it all down. And now I'm going to glue my topper on top of it. But I should have put a hinge on there. Okay, so that you could open it and see the mirror. But no, I forgot that part. And at this point, I didn't even know that. So now we're moving on to our cover. And that paper behind there, that's the floral paper. And we're just going to put glue all over our painted chipboard. And I painted both sides. And we have a front and a cover, or front and a back cover. And we have a spine. And then I have the two furring strips that we made. Okay, we'll get to all that. And this does have diamonds on the other side, which you'll see. And, yeah. And at this point, I'm still using that topper, okay? It wasn't until I got the cover finished that I thought, you know what? I don't like the topper on there. So, gluing it all up. That's just a silicone brush. Aleene's Original Tacky Glue. We also use art glitter glue. Oh, there's a list of ingredients in the description below the video, should you want to inquire or be curious. And if I left something out, just holler out a question and I'll do my best to answer. I'm trying to line it up. I don't necessarily get it, you know, 100%. That's Champ. He's outside in the snow and he's decided he wants to come in. But I tried to get him to come in before I started. I told him I was working, but no, he just didn't want to listen. I'll go get him here in a minute. I'm going to make him scratch like 4 times. Then he might actually come in. Because he does that fake thing. It's like I went in. No, I just want to come in and out. Put my screen door up, Mom. You know, one of those kind of. He's one of those kids. In and out. And I've got a little spacer piece of chipboard. You want at least that much space between your pieces to allow them to open up smoothly. So we're just going to wait on it. And I've trimmed it out some, and I'm going to trim it out just a little bit more because we're going to wrap it around. It's like a traditional, you know, paper cover with non-traditional paper, which you'll see eventually, right? You will. You're going to see it eventually. Pretty sure. I'm like, what am I looking for? Clamps. Got to get those LMAs out. My goodness, need a bunch of LMAs for this one. And it is it's a sheer paper. I already said that. I'm liable to repeat a lot of stuff, y'all. We've got another cootie at our house, so hope he got it first this time. Hopefully I don't get it, but yeah, possibilities there. Ellie Mae in it. All that. Okay. Okay. And most of the video is sped up. Portions are more sped up. And other parts. Y'all. Real words, fake words, they're all the same. They were all made up at one point by somebody. Pretty sure about all that. Got to get out some more Ellies. A lot more Ellies. Okay, more glue. A lot of glue in this one too. List of ingredients description box below the video. Click on that ... more to see more information, including the links. A link. Maybe more than one link. I don't know, y'all. We'll see. It's been a couple days since I filmed, and Cooties. It's rotating cooties. Ellie Mates. Clamp it, in case you're unaware of that. Ellie Mae. Clamp it. It's supposed to be funny. Wah, wah, wah. Okay, if you take your thumbnail or another type of device and just kind of fold in that little tiny tip of the corner there, it folds over beautifully. At one point, this will dry overnight. I might have on different clothes even, because it could happen. I've been known to change clothes once a week. Maybe. Anyway. I'm a yoga pants, t-shirt girl, jeans. My favorite. Okay. All right. Now, that's dried overnight, and this is the inside paper. Just a piece of cardstock, a piece of dyed cardstock. I don't know what it was dyed with. Y'all don't know. I got a bunch of them. They're piled up all over the place. And that's the outside, and this is going on the inside. And I didn't quite get it cut square, or the journal covers itself are not quite square, which either one's a possibility, or it could be a combination of both. Okay? But that's okay. And not perfect. And that's okay too. So that's the little crevice, book crack gap almost practically. For where the spine and the covers sort of come together, because there's a gap there. Remember, we left a gap so we can open and close it. More butter. And I'm just kind of folding it up. It's kind of like, yeah, this is where you're going to fold, because now you're going to be a journal. Or, well, sort of a planner. I plan on planning, y'all. Keeping notes in here, and y'all know my filming schedule has just really took a big hit since this past Thanksgiving. And anyway, I'm hoping to get back on track somehow. Inking heads, y'all. Inked around it. Oh, round it too. Round it, girl. Round it. So, anyway, that's basically what this is. It's a dory style, which means we will be putting elastic cord in there to hold our signatures in. I computer printed plain paper with lines on it. I know. I made my own lines. Now we're going to add some eyelets, because I like those with this style. Typically, not always, not 100%, but typically, because it helps hold the elastic from wobbling out of your covers there. And I have them offset because, remember, we got those little fur pieces that we're going to put, well, you don't know. We're going to put them on the inside front cover. So, shoving our eyelets in there. My original ones I was going to use had a short barrel on short. So I found some longer barrels because it's kind of thick chipboard. Who knew? Every once in a while you catch a glimmer of the diamonds that are all over that paper. And I'm just basically showing you what it looks like. And I measured out too much elastic, but that's okay. It's better sometimes to have a little extra than not enough. So, tie that back up. And I put it in there and I'm like, is that the right way? No, that's not the right way. Yeah, it is the right way. So let's Ellie that loose end to the front, because we're making just a little loop at the top and we're going down, out, down and out. Then we're coming back in and moving up. Moving on up. So those are the only two little parts that show on the outside of the journal. And then we're going to tie a double knot. And I tried to make it a square knot instead of a granny knot, but I don't know how successful I was. And my advice is to not tie it super tight to start with, in case you need to take it back a loose, like I am, and maybe tighten up your elastic cord just a little bit more. Or loosen it, you know. So it is just kind of a trial and error. And once you make couple 3 of this dory style, you know, it's traveler notebook style, mud dory style, where the signatures can go in and out. Anyway, dory style. See, signature. Yeah, that's good. That'll be good. Okay. Now we can just paper clip that back together, because I'm going to trim those up later. Trim that off. Now we have a piece of short elastic for something. Maybe a tiny journal even. It could happen. I mean, why not? Now, it has fibers, you know, threads on the outside of it. It's rubber center. And to help keep that from fraying out, I'm just going to hit it with the cigar lighter, candle lighter, whatever kind of lighter you have. Okay? Fire, y'all. Just to scorch it and to help keep that from fraying out. And that's where I'm saying, oh yeah, I'm going to go trim these up. So we do that. And I decided I wanted like a, what do they call it? Writing board, you know, just a sort of a stiff piece of something in case you have bumps you need to write over or something. Anyway, that's what I'm doing. I've got some of that free artist paper from Stampington and Company. That information is listed in the description below. I know I've said it. And I'm measuring center, because we're going to fold it over, because I want a front and back, a pretty front and back. And I'm going to round the corners and ink all around it with scorched timber. And I thought, well, I need to trim a little more off. I should have taken another 1/4 inch off. Shoulda, but I didn't. So it's actually just a tick too tall, but that's okay. It's just for me, y'all. So here's the laminator. We're going to laminate that paper with the pretty sides out. And I've trimmed a laminator sheet, because I don't need to laminate the whole sheet together. Now what happens is the plastic part has some kind of glue stuff on it, and it will stick to itself, okay? Thereby laminating your thing on the inside. Yeah, this part is definitely sped up, y'all. And I'm going to run it back through there again, because because that tends to what I do. I want to make sure it's good and stuck. Okay. Yeah. I know I got that piece down at the bottom. I could have cut that off too, but I didn't. So, there we go. Now I'm going to point out something with that end of the paintbrush, where because of the thickness of the paper, there's a tiny white line. That's where the two sides did not stick together. If you cut off at that point, it will open up. Okay, so when I'm trimming this off, I want to be careful not to cut over that line, because I want my two pieces to be back to back, and I want the slick surface of this laminate plastic. This is a matte laminate. That means it is not shiny. Okay, you can get it from the Amazon should you be interested in getting matte laminate pouches. Okay. I don't have that information. You just would look for matte laminate pouches. Okay, so we're going to round the corners, and one of them rounded perfectly and the other 3 didn't. But it put enough of a divot cut in there that I was able to come back with the scissors and just round it up with the scissors, which is just fine. And yes, I use those corner round punches, well, actually all my corner punches pretty much upside down on account of I want to see where I'm punching. Now I didn't leave quite enough just scrap, and this is going to be a pocket to put our little writing board in that we just made. And I'm like, yeah, that fits perfect. And I'm going to do a little fold over. And so I'm getting out the tiny scoreboard, and I'm going to just make a tiny, it's like 1/8 of an inch, y'all. It's redonkulous. I shouldn't have done it at all. But I will. I'm still going to do it. I'm like, well, this is crazy. Because, notice I didn't have a whole lot of more scraps. So I'm going to just fold that over and fold that over. And at some point, I'm going to burnish it with a bone folder. Not a real bone. I have real bones in my body, but that particular one's not. And it's not in my body anyway. Rounded nose, just the 2 bottoms. And then the little part that, we're going to ink it too. Yay, we get to watch more inking. I know how exciting that is for everybody. It's exciting for me. So I'm going to open up the little fold overs, trim off that funny little weirdness, and I'm going to snip off the top corners. It helps things to slide in and out a bit more better. No, I did not fold up the bottom at all because I wanted to be a tight pocket, but I wanted to be able to slide in that writing board a bit easier. That's why I put the slight little fold gussets on there. Should have made them just slightly bit more. Okay. Now, this is one of those calendar memo notepads that go on your refrigerator. It's from the Dollar Tree, y'all. And I'm pulling those off. And I'm pulling off the little magnet. And then I'm going to trim up the memo pad, the notepad, on account of it's slightly too wide to go in my journal. Okay? This is what we did the little furring strips for. Now that's where we're at. I have everything kind of lined out, and I need something to hold the memo pad paper from flip-flopping around. And you'll understand more better in a minute. So I took a piece of the scrap paper and cut a circle out. I made a flat side on one side because I've got these little hands, those layered up die cut hands from Timmy. And that's going to hold our paper perfectly. Watch. Anyway, that's 1/8 of an inch hole punch. It makes a little tiny hole in there. And I'm punching the part circle and the hand at the same time so the holes line up. And then I have teeny tiny ideology. They're Timmy Brads, y'all. They are teeny tiny. And it's actually the perfect for this. And I'm going to, I stuck that through the hole, and now I'm splaying out the little arms there so that I'm not overly tightening it. Okay? And see, this way I'm going to be able to turn it. I'm going to put glue just on the circly part. First line that up. Make it perfect. See, going there and there. There and there. Okay. Yep. Okay. Still going to be able to open and close. Well, obviously it's going to open, but we want it to close as well. Get out some more glue. Smoosh our glue around. Put it on there. Get the Ellie. Put an Ellie on there to make sure it closes. You don't, because we're adding some depth there. That's a double thickness of our chipboard. Okay. Because I was trying to match the thickness of the memo pad. I know, once you start using the paper out of there, it's not going to be the same anyway, but that's okay. Sometimes I don't know why I think of these things. I don't know where they come from. Don't no matter. Ellie Mae it. Okay, that one's giving me a hard time. Just put another one on there. Okay, now we got those. Okay, here's this one's going to go here. There's our little finger. It's going on the little fur strip down there. We want to be careful to put glue just on the round circle-y part of the paper, not necessarily on the brad arms itself. Okay, I'm going to tap some of that off because I don't want it to smoosh out and glue my finger in one position. Okay, I'm going to put an Ellie on there. Ellie Mae, clamp it. Okay, now that's all nice and dry. I'm just going to use some ATG, which is Advanced Tape Glider. It has a double-sided tape in there. I don't know what brand it is. Doesn't matter to me. And that's our calendar. See, it has a calendar. That's helpful sometimes, maybe, you know. So we're going to put that in first because I want it all the way to the bottom, pretty well lined up. And see our little hand, so it's going to close. It's going to hold those little loose edge of that paper down. We got our little double-sided tape there. Now our calendar's on there. And there. Oh, it's kind of popping open. It's got to, you know, it's got to get used to being a journal. It doesn't know what it is yet. So I took out my pegz, thanks Secret Internet Admirer, alpha stamps, and I have put together some wordage. And then we're going to stamp it all as one piece. I would recommend stamping each individual word, but, you know, sometimes I'm a hardhead. Often. So, smooshing it down, hoping it's going to work. I pre-stamped it. Looked good. That looks good. Trimmed it out. This is going to be a tuck spot. So, only two sides are getting glue. Okay? Now, I know you can't really see, well, maybe you can, see the diamonds on the paper. And I'm trying to put that down where the diamonds won't necessarily interfere with stuff going in and out of the pocket. Because that's going to be my quick, at a glance, this is what you need to do right now spot. See? Work on the journal planner doodler. And that's a pencil holder. Okay? Okay. I guess I left that part out of the video. That means I will have to take that and make it a different video. Well, I will link to that, to that pencil holder thingy. It'll be a quick one now. Anyway, this is the flip-flop. See, the finger comes down to release the paper. That's not sticky paper. It is just a memo pad. Folds back up. These are our signatures. Lined paper. I did have to trim it to fit down in here. And I folded up the edge because I wanted to fold out just in case I need more space. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. And it's got two signatures in here. One flips one way and one flips the other. And then here's our little writing board should we need it. And I'm going to sort of model that. Sort of. Let's say you have something bumpy and you want to write right here. Just slide this underneath it. Okay, let's say you want to write on this part. Okay, well then just slide that right under there. Okay? Okay. So there we go. All right. And I think I'm going to end up pulling out the, do I show you the pencil? I don't know if I put it in this video. We'll see. No, I'll have to do a separate one. So that's the pencil holder. I think I've showed these before, but I will, yeah, make a special little video just for that. There we go. On a little binder clip. Stick it on there. Open it up. Your pencil slide right in and out. Look at that. It's so handy. I love those things, y'all. I sent a bunch of them to Defy, I think. I don't know, maybe not. So there we go. Ta-da! Photo montage. Hi, y'all. Maybe by the end of this year we will get it together. Maybe not. Look at the diamonds on there. Y'all, it's so fun. Anyway, That's why I didn't use that lacy window, because I really liked this much better without it. We may eventually use that on something else. IDK. Maybe not. I don't know. So we got lots of pictures. You know I like my photo montage. I appreciate you guys sticking with me. I do. How's that fun free paper, y'all? I saw it sitting there and I'm like, yeah, let's use that because it's like perfect. For writing boards, you want something that's pretty firm and not bumpy at all. There's a close-up of our pen holder. I can't believe I didn't get that clip in here. Oh well. Just let it go. Just relax. Just go with it. Cool, huh? There she is. We're not using her. Thanks for watching. Until next time, happy arting, y'all.